Welcome to the season premiere of Project Soulmate, where we build a bridge between two hearts. We have searched around the world to find the finest 3 candidates. We've reviewed thousands of tapes and have narrowed this difficult choice down to 3 of the most desirable single men in the world. Now, we would love to have all 3 find their soulmates, but unfortunately, only one can leave at the fickle hand of destiny. Tonight, you will meet all 3 of the candidates. So, let's get this project started, baby.
My name is Purvis Livingston III, aka The Perv. 32 years old. I work at a local retail store in the city. It's called Bongaroos. They sell jeans, skinny jeans, flannel. They also serve coffee.
My name's Shade. I don't really believe in last names, so I mean you can scratch that out. I'm 27 years old. Obviously I live in SoCal. I mean, sounds great and everything. You know, I like to surf in my spare time. Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Charlie Booba. I'm from over the Rustic County, live in Jackman. I live with my younger brother, Danny, and my dog Buff.
Well, I mean, I got this one story I guess you could call love. So I was going to Pilates class, you know, trying to find my inner self, go farther down into my soul. And, you know, we were doing this stretch that I couldn't do. I couldn't do it. And the Pilates teacher, she was helping me out. And she brought my leg all the way past my head, you know. And I felt like at that moment that we had some kind of connection, you know. I mean, other than the fact that she broke my crotch and I had to go to the hospital, you know, she really helped me out there, and I felt that, you know, we were kind of one. You know, I went to go get my soul closer, and I got my soul closer to somebody, and we were one for that one moment.
Have I ever been in love? I think the answer to that question is yes. I've been in love once. I was 17, she was 13. We had just, I think we met at, we used to have, not dances in middle school, but we used to have little movie parties. And I think the movie was some Brady Bunch thing or something. But end of story, you know, we started dating, and we really fell in love. You know, she ended up dumping me for another man closer to her age group.
Was I ever been in love? I've been in love once. I used to work at a Starbucks. Gross. And I met someone. She ordered a skinny chai latte with I think it was Splenda, and I gave her a venti mocha chai, and she basically called me a little turd. But when she called me a little turd, when she said the word turd, the look in her eyes, I knew that there was something there between her and I. After that, I used to kind of watch her leave Starbucks. Sometimes I would kind of follow her, but never really panned out to be anything.
Let me think. Funniest dating story. You know, like I said, I've only had 2 girlfriends since in the past 25 years. But you know, the funniest story was probably when I was 8. I was dating this little girl. She was probably 6, I think. She might have been 8. I don't remember perfectly, but you know, I was about the same size I am now, maybe a little bit lighter. I didn't eat quite as much, didn't drink as much beer, but she was probably 2 feet high. You know, however most little kids like that are. And the funniest story, we were oh yeah, she was like 2 feet. I remember it perfectly. She had like blonde hair like the sun, and you know, pigtails every day, sometimes a braid. Her mother really did a good job with her hair. And you know, the funny story is we were going in the hot lunch line, and everybody picked from a la carte because, you know, there was hot lunch for some kids, and then the popular kids always got a la carte. So Cindy had their eyes on this giant bowl of Maine clam chowder. It was like big. I'm telling you. I'm 25 years old, 185 pounds, and I don't know if I could finish it. Cindy was probably 2'6", 47 pounds. And she just picked it up right around like this, the whole bowl, in her arms. And, you know, it just slipped. And the chowder went all over my pants, all over everything. And I was like, Jesus, Cindy, give me some chowder, huh? It's friggin' wicked hot, I'll tell you that. And, you know, it just looked like I wet myself for the rest of the day. And from that day on, Cindy never felt the same about me. I don't know why, but she ran out of that lunchroom crying, I'll tell you that. That was a funny story, I'll tell you.
Funniest date story. Well, I was on online chat one time at about 2 a.m. and the girl I was talking to, she claimed to be 5'5", skinny blonde. I obviously believed it. She said, "Hey, let's go on a date." So we decided to meet at a local playground the next weekend, and I turn up, and there are about 5 guys there waiting, and I got assaulted by the 5 guys. I thought that was a pretty good trick that she played on me, and you know, that was the last time I actually talked to her. I mean, that was the last time. So, but it was a funny story. It was a funny night. Broken eye, but dislocated elbow. But besides that, I was good. Hilarious.
Funny dating story. Well, there was a patch in my life that I was going through where I was homeless. And I was up on the boardwalk asking for change. You know, I was only about 15 years old. And, you know, this girl came up to me. I'll never forget it. Short jean shorts, black tight Aerosmith shirt. You know, I don't know, it was just like right when I saw her, I knew that she was going to be my girl. And, you know, so she stopped and she tossed a quarter into my thing that I was getting change from. And, I don't know, I had some connection with her right when that quarter hit. And, she decided to throw a nickel now. So by this time, I knew that she wanted it too. So, you know, we started flirting around, and by the point right here, you know, I mean, I didn't even know I was going to meet my love here. I'd come to the boardwalk, you know, looking for change because it was a scorching hot day. All I wanted was my cherry snow cone. And, you know, it turns out I got to find my love. But the funny part about it is that 5 minutes later, I come to find out it's my Aunt Sherry. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I have 5 sisters. We had one brother though that was he was kind of weird, kind of different, and my parents were kind of ashamed of him. And they kept him in the basement, and they actually didn't let him out. And one time during Easter, we had dinner together, and we could hear a banging from downstairs, and we had friends over, and they had no idea about this brother, and we heard moaning, and we're pounding. We hear a pounding on the floor, and the friends of my parents said, what is that? And they said, oh, it's our dog, and it got louder and louder, and the point where during the apple crisp and an ice cream part of the dinner, we just saw a hand go straight through the floor and up, and that was probably the last time that we had friends over, or the last time that I actually heard anything from my brother.
No, I'm not close to my family anymore. When I was 12 years old, I stole a lot of sunscreen, and they kicked me out for that. They didn't really like that. So when I wasn't living with my parents, I decided to go live with a pack of wolves. I felt like it was necessary. I lived with them until Child Services came and picked me up. It was a sad day, but I felt like I learned a lot with that pack. I mean, I learned not only how to speak wolf, but I learned like the values of love and coming together as one. I mean, actually, would you like to hear me speak wolf?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Let me think about that. Am I close with my family? So, here's the story. My mother Becky, she had 13 of us besides me, so let me think. That makes it, so that's about 14 kids running around the house, a 3-bedroom house. It was a lot to handle, When you think about, mother of 14, it's never an easy life, so, my father was always either at work or, he liked to stay out at the bar, drink a little bit. So, I guess the answer to your question is not very close with my family.
I mean, I have quite a few talents, but if you want to cut it down to 2, I guess we can do that. I'm an amazing surfer. I've kind of just grown up in SoCal, obviously, where we always surf. So, I was at California States, and I got 38th, and in the 10 to 29 division. And there was this wave that I was going to, just sick wave. Just gonna be so gnarly. And I hit it, and I did a flip, but I didn't really land on the surfboard. But felt some pride there. It was pretty radical.
Any other talents?
Oh yeah. Oh, obviously. I mean, I have the ability to be able to reach nirvana anytime I want. Reach that inner self of being able to find my kind of being. Wherever I want. So when I was with those pack of wolves, I just I was a wolf. Maybe if I, go, hung out with some lions or something, I'd be a lion, just find that lion inside myself.
Okay. Let me think. Talents. I don't have many talents. I live a pretty primitive life. But, one thing that has run through my family is hunting. My grandfather, Elwood, was a hunter, and my father, Charlie Sr., was a hunter, and I'm a hunter. So, one thing that I've learned is animal calls. Alright, here's my loon call. Besides the loon call, I can do one other call very well. It's a moose call. I taught myself last year when hunting moose. So, Here it is.
Yeah, I do really great impersonations of people, of actors. Did you want to hear one of those? Okay. This is Penelope Cruz in Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise, ironically, same last name. This is the part when he wakes up from being in a coma, and she's there in front of him. You ready? Action. Oh, open your eyes. Or something. How was that? Good?
My favorite childhood memory, let me think. I was, the legal hunting age in the state of Maine's 10, but over to Rustic County, you can hunt when you're friggin' 4 if you want. It's pretty much no man's land. You can do whatever you want. So my old man got us started early, And one particular morning, I think it was the day after my 5th birthday, I had just gotten this new, blue steel 22 rifle. And all I did that whole day was target practice, just shot it. And I got real good. And so he brought me up to the tree stand. It was deer season. And he left for work. And it was about 5 in the morning. And I looked down from the stand and I see this giant buck. Giant, enormous. It was the biggest thing I've ever seen. It was like this big. And I looked at that buck and I just froze, kind of like how when something scary happens, they say you freeze up. And my gun, my 22 was behind me, and all I had on me was my Swiss Army knife. And I took it out and I jumped down from the tree stand onto that buck. And I remember it perfectly. I just slit its throat right open. And, when you kill a cow, it kind of has those little tantrums. This buck had kind of the same thing. It was jumping around and stuff, and I just held on. And then eventually it just dropped. And that was, my proudest day for me, for sure.
I don't have many. I grew up with 5 sisters who were all pretty, butch. They were about 6'2" to 6'5" each, about 200 to 230 pounds. They all played football and field hockey, and they one time during Christmas, I had a big gift wrapped for me, and I went downstairs. I was probably about 25 at the time, and I came downstairs all excited, and there's a big gift for me, and I open it up, and there's my sister, Bernice, and she clocks me right in the face and says, "Merry Christmas, jackass." I was in the hospital for about 3 days, but that was one of my biggest memories.
Favorite childhood memory would probably have to be down at the Sand Beach football in SoCal this one day. So I went down to the beach, planning on going surfing or something, but some about probably 10 8-year-old kids asked me to go play some sand football with them. They asked me to be all-time quarterback because they probably heard from around the block that I was the Tom Brady of Nerf football. So I was all-time quarterback. Parents came up and said there was 1 minute left. So when the parents say there's 1 minute, that means there's 1 minute left in the game. So I dropped back, 1 minute left. Little Johnny, he's only about 4. See, they're all 8-year-olds, but the little 4-year-old, I had him going to streak because I read the defense, and streak right out wide open, 40-yard bomb. Nerf football. I know it's not a real football, but, you know, it still takes a lot of skill to throw. 40-yard bomb on the strike. We won the game. You know, I felt pretty proud about myself. I mean, I proved myself to all these children that, you know, I wasn't the one to mess with when it came to Nerf football. So I got asked many times after that to be, you know, all-time quarterback.
I live alone. I used to have a roommate, but he moved out. He stole my cheese, and he had to go. I used to have a pet cat, but it died in the litter box. It drowned to death. Tragedy. Now I'm alone, and I'm here to find love. I like to cook. I'm not a meat eater. I'm more of a veg, as we say in vegan terms, vegan. I like to cook more of like combo dishes, seafood, vegetables. I like to make lobster rolls without the roll. Usually. Without the mayonnaise either. Just lobster. Call it lobster roll though. Whatever. Thank you.
Yeah, my mullet. I was hoping you'd ask. Most people ask me about it. When I was a kid, I wasn't really sure what I wanted for a hair. I tried the bowl cut. I tried, you know, the buzz cut. But my grandfather really inspired me. He said, son, I'll tell you one thing, is that you should get a mullet. Business in the front, paddy in the back. And I'll tell you, my whole life since then has been just that, business in the front, paddy in the back. You know, I really like it, so.
Oh yeah, my poem. This is a poem about my life. The way of the wolves is what I'm here to preach, though I spend most of my time on the beach. My family kicked me out, so I'll always feel betrayed. I'm the Tom Brady of Nerf football, and when it comes to 8-year-olds, I'm never outplayed. I've never actually dated a girl. I guess that's why I'm giving The Bachelor a whirl. I live my life in a free spirit state of mind. I think I was put on earth to show this to all mankind. I used to be in love with my Aunt Sherry. Now I need someone legal to marry. I just want a girl that I can make all mine. Anybody that's not my family member would be just fine.
Oh yeah, my poem. Let me see. I put it somewhere. I was actually, this funny story. I was sitting on the John, and oh yeah, must have left it down there this morning. Anyways, I was sitting on the John, and I saw a bird fly through past my window, and it kind of just, the words just started spilling out of my mind, and I right onto this here paper. Anyways, I call it Love Quest by Charlie Booba. That's me. I'm on a love quest. Yeah, that's right. I'm on a love quest, and it's about to take flight. I want a woman who will make me good food. I want a girl who always puts me in a really good mood. I don't ask much of a girl, only that she don't mind drinking from a keg, and also that she won't spill clam chowder all over my leg. Sorry, it's just kind of bringing back memories. It's getting a little bit emotional, especially the second half. It's kind of coming from me, but I'll do whatever it takes to find a girl that's nothing like Cindy. I'll go through any weather, rain, snow, or windy. I wish that they had women for sale in the Uncle Henry's, but no, it ain't that easy to find a girl with who you can make some good memories. I know that there's no animal call that would work on a lady. I've tried, actually, and I couldn't find one. But really, I'm actually a pretty nice guy, even though people say I look really shady. Yeah, that's it. The end. Thank you.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was at Tai Chi downtown, and I wrote a poem while I was stretching. I've got a problem with my crotch area, so I have to do a stretch for about 10 minutes before I start. And I thought of this poem during that stretch. I want to tell you guys about. I actually want to sing it for you today, a cappella. It's titled, "You Think You Know Me, But You Don't." I dig indie pop goth. When I was 10, I always dressed up like David Lee Roth. Yow. I love kittens and PBR. My mom picks me up from work because I ain't got no car or a truck. I got a bike. Girls have called me a stalker. I don't understand why. In high school, I was an exceptional power walker. I blog like it's my freaking job. I was told my legs look like pieces of corn on the cob. My skinny jeans always split at the crack. So my Aunt Bertha told me to lay off the snacks. I only drink coffee from third world countries. Someone once said my arms look like cottage cheese. I was once arrested for chaining myself naked to a tree. I told the cops that I was innocent because, well, nobody understands me. I'm here looking for my queen of the earth. My ex-girlfriend said my face looks like childbirth. Yow. Finn.